Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That's legitimate. Trying to let some of this, the drift. Well, excuse me, that's legitimate. Waiting on the drifters, the legitimate people to get in the house so I can start recycling. It's hard to tell who's perping you when it's, you know, a bunch of legitimate people and the perps on the street. After about 12, 1 o'clock, it's only perps. Hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully the best is yet to come. Oh, we got some terrorists pulling up, driving by. Excuse me, it's legitimate. Hey, what's going on, D, right? Yeah, man. Another day hanging in there. Another day hanging in there. Hey, Tanya. I hope all is well with you guys. Considering, we got a death threat. We got a death threat. They love passing those death threats along. Has anybody heard from Stephen Stacy? I hope he didn't get locked up. It's been about a year, probably a little bit longer than that since I heard from him. You guys keep hearing the flickering because unfortunately I have to smoke out of a pipe right now because they're out of fucking blueberry zigzag wraps. Or so they say they are. Hey, Hey Tanya, I don't know. I might be getting your guys' comments late, so kind of bear with me on that. Peep game. See how they're slowly creeping up on me. Guaranteed he stops right on the side of me. VTA. And they're terrorists. See that shit? Just to taunt me. Play their little bullshit games. For those who don't, excuse me, that's legitimate. For those who don't know what those trucks are, that's the business right there where the guy killed 8 people and then himself, and then a week later the other guy committed suicide behind this program. And right now what they're doing is just taunting me and shit because I always be, protesting against them and shit. This is their way of fucking nan type shit. Turn his lights on and shit. Nah. You can't expose us. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Excuse my language. Anything about Steve? Man, I hope he's alright. Scum coming from the San Jose area down. Oh man, where you at, D-Ray? Yeah, these motherfuckers travel, bro. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are on like some type of witness protection and shit. Like this is the perfect job for a witness protected motherfucker. You get to travel. You get to snitch till your heart fucking falls out. And not even snitch, just cause problems and create problems and trap people and shit. Excuse me. That's legitimate. Oh man. Excuse me. On the Monterey Peninsula. Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna get him then. Yeah. Bro, I be getting excuse me, it's legitimate. I be getting motherfuckers from Gilroy, Mountain View, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, fucking Redwood City. Fuck, you name it. Anything surrounding. Alright. I wouldn't doubt if motherfuckers hop on the Caltrain and come out here from Frisco to do the shit. It's so many, this terrain is so open. There's so many different perks, and I be seeing fucking New York fucking license plates and Nevada and Idaho and shit. Like, this is a big fucking pro. And it's not like, you see one or two fucking, you see one or two fucking out-of-state plates and shit, but, this is an ongoing thing. It's been ongoing for a while. I understand people got family that come out here and visit them and shit, but it's not that much visiting in the world. They got a few perp houses next to where I live. Oh yeah, yeah, yep, yep. That's you know, and I think that's a part of their game is they want you to know how widespread it is. They want you to know how widespread it is. They want you to know. They put you in a, and you know, sometimes those don't even be the real fucking cities and shit. You know, they just throw fucking license plate frames over their shit, or throw a license plate that ain't even theirs on there. Like when I recycle, bro, I've never seen so many fucking in the last fucking, well, probably since I first started, but like, you know, instead of randomly just seeing that shit back to back to back, like, people be throwing their license plates away like crazy out here and shit. So it's probably just a bunch of fake shit. They burn them out and then throw them away. But that's why it's important when you feel you're being harassed and you know, a lot of people, they be like, I don't want to, I'm not gonna film, it's not gonna do any good. They probably got a fake license plate. Well, if you get enough of those fake license plates to add up, then you can prove that, you know, something's being done. Like, you're not no fucking psychic who can just point out people with fake license plates. You know, if you say there's people fucking with you and you're giving them the license plate number, and you know, if anything, the license plates don't match, it's got to be some type of truth to what you're saying. Like, they can't write you off as delusional, as they might try. But don't let them. You know, when you know something, you know it. So, you know, when they ask you shit and they try and not even fuck them asking you shit. When you feel like you feel like you want to fucking expose or speak on this shit to somebody, you know you're not fucking crazy. Just tell those motherfuckers how you feel, or you know, tell them what's going on. The thing is, like, when you straddle the fence though, and you let them fucking tell you you're crazy and all this fucking shit, and you know you're not crazy, but you don't want other people to think you're crazy, so you straddle the fence and you don't say nothing. Then when it's time to say something, you're kind of like everywhere with it, and you're not explaining it right. And fucking, you know, from that point on, we do look crazy. We look paranoid. It's the way these motherfuckers got it set up. So you gotta just, you know, you gotta know within your heart. Make sure you know, though. Don't just fucking see something and be like, oh, I know this motherfucker's targeting me. He just dug in his nose. Or he got his window out the arm. Or he got his arm out the window. Or he's looking at his phone. Like, that's all bullshit. I mean, it's happening, but unless they're doing little signature things while they're doing all those things, like, nobody's gonna pay us no attention. Hey, Rose. Let me see. get blood money. Yeah, definitely. They travel. They do a lot of traveling. You know, I noticed too, cause you know, some perps will be gone for a while, and you know, just for kicks, I always know what they're gonna say. You know, I'll be like, "Where you been? In jail?" Yeah, okay, you been in jail. Yeah, right. Not as hard as for nah, you ain't. Not as hard for the police your ass been working. You ain't been in nobody's jail. Your fucking your fucking time is no good in nobody's jail. Nobody wants to take you in. You're a class A fucking piece of shit for the fucking police department. They ain't getting rid of nobody like you anytime soon, champ. You can run that shit on somebody else. You been away at their little fucking you been away at their little halfway houses fucking eating fucking and getting fucking healthy and you know preparing yourself to get back out here and do some more fucking drugs and be on fucking private eye status for a couple more weeks. And that's what they do. They excuse me, it's legitimate. They let them smoke meth and all that fucking shit to go deep cover, if you will, and fucking do all that weird shit they do. They let them pump themselves up with that meth, and then they fucking go away to a country club, like not a country club, but you know, a halfway house. 2-3 weeks later and shit, go clean themselves up, eat, stay there for like a week, 2 weeks, come back downtown, and then tell everybody they've been locked up and shit. Oh, they got a system that works. If they didn't blow it up though, if they didn't blow that system out so motherfucking much, it'd be believable. But, you know, everybody can't come back with the same fucking story, man. You will be found out. Somebody's gonna find out. Somebody's gonna find you out having the same exact story. Mm-hmm. Anything we've ever, or I know for me, anything I've ever found out from these people was from like sheer stupidity. The need to be, the the need or the urge to be fucking recognized for what they're doing. Like they need to be seen. They need you to know. And those are the ones, like if you ever do an interview with these people, those are the ones you seek. Oh man, they'll get to talking. They'll get to talking and you just coach them along. You just fucking coach them along and eventually you'll get what you will. You might not get what you're looking for specifically in words, but in actions, especially actions after, you know, if they're lying and shit, their reflex, like when you're talking to somebody, like we don't pay attention to it then because it's just not something we pay attention to, but if you look at it on video and shit, like you can see, you know, 90% of people in this fucking world, you can tell when they're lying just off their fucking body, you know, their body fucking language, the eyes and all that. I think it's easier to tell with the body language than the eyes though, but you know, they say the eyes, you can tell by the eyes, by the way they shift and shit. I just don't trust that though. I don't trust that. If my eyes go to the left, it means I'm lying, or however it goes. I can't buy that one. Appreciate that. D-Ray. I got to get up early. Alright, have a good night, D-Ray. Sleep tight, my. Sorry about that, y'all. That kicked me off for a couple seconds. They like playing their games. Yep, they move people in and out of the neighborhood I live in. Also, they move people in and out of the building. Yeah, definitely. They have locations, which is crazy, man. All those different, man, there's so many fucking homeless, and I'm not talking about me, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, I'm far from fucking helpless, like, I know, like, you know, housing should be, like, for people who fucking just, like, really fucking need it and shit, and it's a lot of people out there that really fucking need it, man. It's a lot of people, man, that if they could have probably, like, 2 or 3 weeks in some place like that, safe to where they could comfortably sleep and fucking, you know, you could change a lot of lives. Like, a lot of people would stay stagnant, though. A lot of people would fucking, you know, they'll take advantage of it, if you will. Fucking, they won't utilize it. But there's a lot of people, you know, there are some that can't utilize it. Like, they're not mentally available up there. But, you know, you could change a lot of lives, man. Just 3 weeks in a place. 3 weeks. Give a person 3 weeks to fucking, you know, generous. If you want to be generous, give a motherfucker a month. Just stay in those places, like, that they got these perps staying in. You know, you give them the opportunity to, how would you say, stay there. And if they want to stay after a month, you know, have them work for you or get them a job or some shit, like. And a lot of people would do that shit happily. But no, we got fucking rabble rousers and witness protected motherfuckers traveling from all over the place. And now they're not even they're not even considered houses anymore. They're considered bunkers, because you got a bunch of fake fucks in those motherfuckers causing trouble. Good old troublemakers. I think that's what they used to call them. Good old troublemakers. perp in the building or in the neighborhood, the perp acts all gangster, like he jams. Yeah. Yeah, mine be trying to act, you know, mine act real fucking, mine be on like some stuck up James Bond shit. Like, they really like nose in the ear, fucking, you know, they have those fucking, you know, they wear that fucking surf gear. That's what I call it. The fucking, you know, the shorts, the fucking tank top with stripes and shit, or some, you know, when it's warm, they'll have some fucking thongs or flip flops. Just walking with their fucking dog and fucking earpiece in their ear, fucking German Shepherd. Look totally like fucking, like some fucking, I don't know, Leave It to Beavers. Some of them be looking like Leave It to Beaver. Some of them be looking all crazy. Nah, not Leave It to Beaver, the other dude. Oh, here we go with this shit. No, don't tell me we got this weird shit going on. No. Please. Please don't look at this shit. Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? I don't want to see that I'm recording. I want to see how long this goes on for. Well, I think she's putting a curse on me or something. I don't know. Oh man, I was gonna say not this shit again. I must have been asleep. I don't know. I think it was. I think it was Sunday. I'm not sure. But I was asleep one of these nights, probably like 10 o'clock. And she fucking came and knocked at it. Was some, I think it was her. She, she got like a little red afro, I think. Like a red curly, like her hair is red. It's like an afro curly. But it's not afro. You know what I mean? It's like puffy. It's like real puffy afro, like curly red hair. And she banged hella hard on my window and like, you know, made all of us jump. The dogs, everything, you know. And then I turned around, like my eyes still had that fucking sleep shit in it. Like my eyes didn't even like, you know, usually when I wake up, I'll lay down for a minute. I open my eyes and I let the drowsiness or the sleep wear off and shit before I get up. But the way she did that shit, man, and it wasn't like she knocked on it with it. She slapped the fucking window like it was a slap. So that shit was even louder and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she looking at me smiling with like a wicked grin. And she asked me, do you have some water? And the way she looked, the way the fucking lights, cause these lights and shit be shining down on their faces and shit. Oh man, and I'd never seen her before. I'd never seen her before that night. Man, she looked creepy. She looked creepy as fuck. Like, that's one thing I shouldn't even say it because they'll fucking implement that shit. Like, yeah, man, that shit's creepy as fuck, man. They be looking like they're just like some psychopaths and shit. Like, You know, you be all fucking pissed off, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, shocked, and you look, you catch you, and then you turn around and you look at the window and you fucking jump. You kind of jump because you don't know what the fuck, like, what the fuck is this shit? First of all, it's not like, you know, a respectable distance from the fucking van. Like, she damn near got her face pasted on my fucking, on my driver's side window. So I don't even got I don't even got no time to focus. I turn and I got this big ass fucking head right here facing me with a fucking wicked ass grin. And red curly fucking like ant or some shit, like the scary movie Ant. And then, you know, you asking me for water and you smiling and shit like you're fucking possessed. And man, that shit is really fucking wicked, man. I don't like that shit. I don't even fuck with scary movies and shit like that. Like monster movies and shit, like Bigfoots and, you know, fucking Godzilla and all that shit. But that psychopath shit where they be cutting motherfuckers and Jason and the chainsaw, I don't fuck with none of that shit. And that's exactly what that fucking girl reminded me of, like some a fucking Jason movie, or you know, that Prom movie where the girl fucking, some type of fucking butcher movie or some shit. I don't know. I don't like that shit, man. Really fucking spooky, man. And I don't know about y'all, man, but when you first fucking wake up, you know, that's some serious, like, that shit, it feels like almost like, you know, the way when I looked at her and shit, and like, I kind of jumped and shit, like, cause I'm like, you know, that's spooky, man. That could probably do something to you, like, that shit could probably fuck your heart up or some shit, man. That shit is not cool. And it's like they know what they're doing. They dress them up like that, man. They dress them up. They legitimately be mentally ill, some of them. And they get, you know, they just have their run of the mill with them. They feed them drugs and get them addicted and make them want more drugs and tell them what they gotta do for them. And next thing you know, you got a bunch of mentally ill motherfuckers out here performing fucking circus tricks. Buy them a fucking candy bar and keep the rest of the money. Fucking neighborhood watches provided for you. Fucking take complete advantage of the mentally ill. Exploit the shit out of them. Pay them in candy bars and fucking potato chips, and fucking keep thousands. Crazy. I think they set up shop in apartments where I live. I really, in a house or apartment. Where else? Yeah, they set them up everywhere. You know, when I was, excuse me, when I went to families in Sacramento, cause you know I was going back before they started perping me. You know, I had started something out there. And when I took off and left, I kind of just, I left the backyard a fucking mess and shit. Or it wasn't a mess, it just was, it was, I was in the process of digging up a garden and you know, redoing the backyard, if you will. And, so when I went back out there, I told them I'd go back out there and finish what I started and shit. Like, because they kept getting on me about that. Rightfully so. Even though I was being perked by them and shit. Like, you don't do that to nobody, leave nobody, shit like that. So, I went back out there and finished up. And, I was there for probably about a good 3 weeks to 30 days. And I bullshit you not. This is a gated community. A lot of these people, they've lived in this fucking neighborhood for fucking years and shit. My daughter's mom's mom raised her kids from there from the age, well, her youngest was like 4 years old. And she's now like fucking 25 or something like that, working for Amazon. And fucking, so like that whole neighborhood, like since I can remember, a lot of those neighbors are the same fucking neighbors and shit. And as soon as I went back there, neighbors started moving out like a motherfucker. And then my daughter's mom is white, right? So, or one of my daughter's moms is white. So, the people, I noticed right away. I noticed right away, like, all the fucking people, it's like 3 or 4 houses that actually people moved out within 30-day period of time. And new people moved in. And they were all fucking black and white couples. All black and white couples. And then in the backyard, as I'm cleaning up the backyard, it's the guy directly in the back of the house, and then there's a guy on the side of the house. He's a neighbor, but not really a neighbor, because the way the houses connect is like, okay, so ours is like, or the house I was at is like fucking, it's on one street, and then it's at the corner. Okay, so when you get to the street, it's the first house when you get to the street. And so, before you get to the house is the gate. There's a long fence line, before you get to the house. And then, it turns, and then that's the person's house, which is on the next street. But our backyards connect. So, he would come as soon as I go outside, and they know exactly, like, that's how I know, like, there's cameras, or like they had cameras in the trees and shit, like, however they do that shit is fucking amazing to me. If they do it without cameras, I can't see them doing it without cameras. But every time I went outside, neighbor 1 and neighbor 2 would fucking let their fucking dogs go out, and you could hear the dogs running through the fucking leaves and shit to the fence and shit, and then they all start barking, and then both of them magically have a dog, and both of them, like, both of their dogs magically happen to be named Toby and shit, right? So, there's they calling their dogs Toby and shit. And I'm like, hell nah, how the fuck, like, these people are really fucking sick, man. And then I went to this drunk driving. I had to go to driver's class and shit, because I was wrongfully convicted of fucking DUI. And fucking, so every lunch break, every cigarette break, you know, you get your 3 cigarette breaks, and you get a 30 minute, you know, you get a 30-minute lunch break, and you get 3 10-minute cigarette breaks. And so every fucking break that we stepped out, I bullshit you not, every fucking break, there's this guy like completing eyes vision. You know, you got a fucking bird eye view on him, but in reality, he has a bird eye view on you because his building is like a upstairs building. Like, his business is upstairs. There's a business downstairs, and then there's a business upstairs. It's like an office or whatever. But anyway, every time we came out for a break, he was standing out there just fucking staring down on me with his fucking black dog. He had an all black fuck. He had an all black fucking lab, and all he would do fucking is just fucking stare. Like, it was his intimidation tactic and shit. I could tell he had his fucking dark shades on. And you know, when they wear those dark shades and shit, they don't want you to know. Like, they don't. It's something about them that they're trying to hide. Like, they don't want you to know. Like, they're really weak, or, you know, no offense to anybody, but maybe they've been fucking molested or some shit as a child, and fucking, you know, they're putting on this fucking persona or some shit. You know, that type of shit. Yeah. They didn't even have any furniture or anything. Look like they really, yeah. It's, you know, even with their housing and shit, like, well, I guess I think the lot of ones that move in are like like literal fucking, like, maybe FBI or fucking undercover police or well, I don't know about CIA, but, you know, I think they're actual like feds and shit, because, you know, a lot of them be looking official, looking like the ones that were moving, like, they didn't look like your average fucking citizen and shit. They had certain builds to them that the average, you know, the average citizen doesn't have some of these builds that these federal agents, police and shit have. What the fuck? Dude. Man, these people are fucking crazy, man. Hey, what's going on, Planet Pat? My perps are drug people that, and oh, you got police in your family that fuck with you. Oh man, that can't be easy right there. It's bad enough they fuck with us when they're not family. when their family, man, shit, man, I can only imagine. They know the exact, when it's family, man, they know exactly the unless it's family that you don't, and when it's immediate family, they know the exact buttons to push. These people can go ask them information and work their fucking bullshit off the little knowledge that you give them, but when you have an internal knowledge and it's shit that you don't have to think about, because like when people are asking you shit, you can't come up with everything on the spot. Like, I mean, some people can, but most people can't. Like, I know I can't. Like, you ask me, and then later on I'd be like, damn, I should have probably said this or probably said that. Like, I forgot all about that. But like when you have a fucking internal knowledge and you fucking live with somebody for years and shit, oh man, that's the worst fucking targeting to go through right there. Hands down. Fucking hands down. You know family ain't shit when you go through that. No disrespect to anybody's family or anything like that. But, for me, I'll say. For me. I take that shit real fucking personal. For family members to be doing that shit to each other, man. That's not no shit you can fucking, that's not even no shit you can fully recover from. I mean, a lot of us, we can talk and we could say, we can say shit like, oh, it's not bothering us, I'm stronger than that, I don't let it get to me, but, reality of the situation is we're not fucking superhuman, and no matter how fucking serious and fucking how much we mean to not fucking care about somebody or, something like that, like, it's hard shit, man. It's hard, so for them to fucking put us in that fucking, for them to put us in that category or situation, for them to fucking bring this into our reality, that's some serious shit not to be taken lightly. These people deserve to die. Literally, like, they deserve to fucking get the electric chair. Yeah, that's probably a little inhumane. But they need that fucking needle for sure. All the fucking drama and fucking people who have committed suicide, all the times they swept that shit under the rug. Not funny, I can't say it enough, man. God has a special place in hell for these people. Satan has some fucking bunk beds. Some metal bunk beds. Some metal bunk beds down there surrounded by fire. Somewhere for you motherfuckers. on purpose. No, yeah, they do. They move a lot of. They move. They'll move tweakers and shit like that into the neighborhood as well. Like I was just saying, like the ones that they sent out there, they're like just build. But yeah, they put especially apartment complex. That's where they're gonna put a lot of fucking addicts and recovering and GP witness protected motherfuckers and shit. Dropouts like protective custodies. Which all dropouts really ain't. All depending on what you dropped out for. But, a lot of motherfuckers just drop out because they're not into fucking the policies or into that life anymore. But, then you have your snitches and your fucking. And now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So much shit has been built up around our reality. Our reality takes on a new shape and form every day. We're headed in one direction, and then right before you know it, sharp turn. Sharp fucking turn. Barely even making it.